Hi, my name is Ahmad Yassin bin Muhammad Adli. I am from D1AC1101C. Today we are going to talk about skincare. Skincare is a common name or product for teenagers that have a skin problem. Why do we need a skincare? Because of process of aging, our skin will produce more sebum and oil that will cause a pimple, acne, and etc. How do we keep our skin clean and healthy? We must use a suitable product based on our skin type to prevent our skin become worse. As a result, Cosmodem take this advantage to produce their own product. What is Cosmodem? Cosmodem is a big company that produce skincare product to the people who are suffering from skin problem. They not just produce cleanser or serum, they also produce sunscreen, moisturizer, also toner. Since when Cosmodem established? This made in Malaysia skincare brand was established in 2002 and it is actually an amalgamation of the words from Cosmopolitan and Dermo.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Nakib from D1AC1101C and I'll be explaining about law of demand. Okay, so demand is defined as the ability to own purchasing power and the willingness of a consumer to buy goods and services at a certain price level, place and time range, assuming certain variables. The law of demand states that when the price of goods itself increases, the quantity demanded for the goods will fall, and when the price for the goods decreases, the quantity demanded will increase. The company, Cosmodem, that we have researched is a supplier. They depend on the feedback on the customer whether the product they produce is to their liking or not, and decide the quantity of the product to be produced based on the feedbacks received. So now, I will be explaining about the determinants of demand. So in determinants of demand, we have two: price factor and non-price factor. So in price factor, we have movement upwards and downwards along the curve. So for example, for movement upwards, a company increases its product price due to its products gaining popularity among consumers. This will cause the increase in the price of the product, while a decrease will happen to the price of the product. Next, in movement downwards, for example, a company had to reduce its product prices due to other companies gaining similar popularity level with them, which makes them they decrease the price to avoid more losses on their side. This causes the movement downwards along the demand curve. So next, in non-price factor, we have the target of audience. So the target of audience is also important because it is among the non-price factors that affect that has effects on the demand curve. So for example, Cosmodem only mainly targets teenagers because skin diseases usually happens to teenagers. So next is consumers' preference. In skincare, the competition between firms are fierce. So every company needs to be one level ahead of other companies to gain more profit. So that's why Cosmodem's products are produced with high quality and also with the finest method of production, so that they ensure that their product is the highest quality. So this will cause the shift of moisturizer demand from a lower to a higher amount of units. So now I'll be explaining about law of supply. Law of supply is defined as the producer's ability and willingness to supply different quantities of goods and services at different possible prices and time range, assuming ceteris paribus. The law of supply states that when the price of a particular good itself increases, the quantity supplied for the goods will increase, and when the price of the goods decrease, the quantity supplied of the goods will also decrease. Here you can see on the screen is the graph for price and quantity supply. So now I'm explaining about this. We have number of sellers. So in the number of sellers, we have content, price factors, and non-price factors too. The sellers are the ones who supply price factors. There is also movement upwards. So for example, in 2020, Malaysia was hit by COVID and also movement downwards. A lot of people, for example, lost their job. Our country experienced people saw this as a change, which causes skin diseases to chance to open their own business. Consumers will then need to buy skin products from our company, Cosmoderm. So, Cosmoderm then increases the price from RM15 to RM20 to gain more profit. This causes out there. This will cause supply for the skincare to increase. So next is technology. So movement downwards increases, so does the level of modern technology. New machines that are capable to people buy less resources need to produce a product of moisturizer for themselves. Purchased by so then the company decides to increase the price. This helps to increase the efficiency. Explaining about the determinants of supply. Because of this, indeterminants of supply, it increases the supply of price factors, causes non-price factors of the entire supply curve rightwards. So in price factors, there is also
Assalamualaikum, my name is Shifati Iha and I'm gonna present about an elasticity of demand. Based on the graph, when the price of Cosmoderm moisturizer is at RM15, the demand for it is 1000 units. Meanwhile, when the price for it changed by increase to RM20, the demand for it also changed by decrease to 900 units. It shows that consumers being responsive to the change of the Cosmoderm moisturizer price, determinant of price elasticity of demand. Consumers' habit. The product of moisturizer from Cosmoderm became an essential item for certain consumers. The consumers will use the product continuously although the price of the demand increased. Next, level of income. The demand becomes inelastic when the consumer have high income. High income consumers do not care about the price change. Meanwhile, lower income consumers need to think twice before buying Cosmoderm moisturizer. Here we can see that price change will affect someone's elasticity of demand. Based on the graph, when the consumer's income decreased from 2,400 to RM2,100, it leads to decrease in quantity demand for Cosmoderm moisturizer, which is 1000 units to 900 units. As a result, it shows an elastic income elasticity, which is 0.8, which is the change in consumers' income cause smaller percentage in change in quantity demand for Cosmoderm moisturizer. Therefore, our product can be determined as normal good when the decrease in quantity demand is less than the decrease in consumers' income.
Elasticity of supply, that also known as ES, is responsiveness of the changes in quantity supplied due to the change of price. The product that we choose are moisturizer that take a long time to produce because there are a lot of processes to make it. Our product also can gain more profit than usual, although the production has an existing amount. Based on the table, price per bottle has increased from RM25 to RM30. It will make the quantity supply also increase from 800 units to 900 units. For the calculation to price elasticity of supply, we use formula ES equal QS minus QS1 divided by QS1 multiple with P1 divided by P2 minus P1. The answer is 0.63 that show the graph will turn out in as is supply. Before I forget, P1 is 25, P2 is 30, QS1 is 800, QS2 is 900. Our company Cosmodem will be very responsible due to the price change, although the result will turn out in an elastic supply curve. This happens when there is an increase in price from 25 ringgit to 30 ringgit. The quantity supply also will change from 900 to 800. Price of elasticity of supply, we have three determinants. First, time frame. Second, level of technology. Third, mobility and availability of resources. Time frame. Moisturizers are inelastic because the period of time is not sufficient to produce a large amount. The factory of Cosmodem only can be produced a limited amount every time. They have set the amount to be produced every day or every week. For level of technology being one of the important things for company to consider every time produce the product. The company upgraded the technology to the latest one and increased the quantity of technology. Mobility and availability of resources. The production are not easily available because the moisturizer cannot be done in short time. Production has scarce resources to produce in large quantity. It's because moisturizer can only be done in a long time that make the company cannot import the product in large amount. It make the product supply turn out inelastic.
Okay, we move to the next slide. Market equilibrium. Market equilibrium is a condition whereby quantity demand and quantity supply are equal. Equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity can be reached when the demand curve intersect with the supply curve. Since the equilibrium price and equilibrium demand determined, there would be no tendency for the price and quantity to change. As you can see from the table, data analysis, market equilibrium hit when the price is 25 ringgit and quantity demand is 800 and quantity supply is also 800. Okay, we move to the shortage and supply. Shortage happen when the quantity demand is greater than quantity supply. Buyer will buy in excessive quantities and cause shortage of the product due to high demand. The next one is surplus. Surplus occurs when the quantity supply is greater than quantity demand. Buyer will reduce their total expenditure on the goods and service as a result of the increasing price compared to the market price. In this case, Cosmodem already did some research about market equilibrium, so they decide to place their moisturizer price at 25 ringgit.
For the last part, in market equilibrium, we have government intervention in the market. We use tax in our company, Cosmodem. Tax is a part of sources of government revenue. Cosmodem, as the producer, has received the burden of tax, but it can shift to consumer. The tax will leave the effect toward demand or supply, or maybe both. The tax also will decrease the quantity for moisturizer being decreased, and the price per bottle will increase. As the producer of moisturizer, Cosmodem will take the burden to avoid the customer change to another brand, but consumer also receive the burden of tax. It shows that the demand is inelastic because consumers are more responsive to the change of price. Next is graph for tax. The graph shows that the government charged RM5 per bottle of moisturizer for tax. It turned out that quantity decreased from 800 units to 750 units. The price also increased from 50 ringgit to 20 ringgit. Cosmodem company has shifted more tax onto the consumer that it showed the consumer received 3 ringgit of tax that they need to pay. Meanwhile, the producer just need to pay RM2.
In conclusion, the market equilibrium is a situation when quantity of demand and quantity of supply are equal to each other, and there is no tendency to change. According to our global trend, the demand and supply curve for the present market mostly because of the Cosmodem product. Change in supply and demand have a big influence on the market equilibrium price and quantity of goods, which has a big impact on pricing and market equilibrium. That's all from us. Thank you. Bye.